Hello everyone and welcome to Aviation A to Z. We are back with another helpful series, that is YASA course. In this series we will see each and everything about AME course in YASA regulation, and in this video we will give the introduction of YASA AME course. So watch this video till end, and if you are new to our channel then please subscribe it. So let us get started. YASA AME course is one of the best courses as it is applicable around the world, and getting YASA license brings many benefits in your pocket. YASA license is valid in almost all aviation oriented countries including European Union, United States, United Kingdom, Australia, India, etc. You can get complete list of approved countries by visiting their official site yasaeuropa.eu/domain/international cooperation. Getting YASA license is a long process, so let us see what are the basic eligibility criteria to enroll yourself into YASA approved AME colleges. The applicant for an AME license shall be at least 18 years of age. There is no other criteria like in DGCA and other authority. So yes, a class 10 pass student can apply in it. To apply for license, you need to fill YASA form 19 to competent authority. Now, what is competent authority? The competent authority means any ministry, national aviation authority, or any aviation body designated by member state. Now let us see what are different categories and subcategories of YASA AME license. There are 7 categories and some followed with various subcategories. Category A, which is mechanical, is divided into 4 subcategories: A1 aeroplane turbine, A2 aeroplane piston, A3 helicopter turbine, A4 helicopter piston. Take screenshot of this by pausing this video. And now next is category B1. Again it is mechanical and divided into 4 subcategories: B1.1 aeroplane turbine, B1.2 aeroplane piston, B1.3 helicopter turbine, and B1.4 helicopter piston. Category B2 is avionics and is applicable to all aircrafts. Category B2L is applicable to aircraft other than Group 1 and is divided on the basis of system rating and are as follows: first, communication, navigation, instruments, autopilot, surveillance, and airframe systems. To get B2L license, at least one of the system rating is required. Category B3 is applicable for piston engine non-pressurized aeroplanes of 2000 kg MTOM and below. Again, it has no subcategories like B2. Category L is a special category and has various subcategories including L1C composite sailplanes, L1 sailplanes, L2C composite powered sailplanes and aeroplanes, L2 powered sailplanes and aeroplanes, L3H hot air balloons, L3G gas balloons, L4H hot air airships, L4G gas airships, and L5 gas airship other than ELA2. Now we have category C, which is actually a final or highest category for base maintenance certification privileges. It is applicable for aeroplane and helicopter. It's really important to understand categories as you are going to choose course based on categories. Now let us understand aircraft groups. For the purpose of rating on AME license, aircraft are classified into following 4 groups. Group 1, complex motor-powered aircraft, helicopters with multiple engines, aeroplane with maximum certified operating altitude exceeding flight level 290, aircraft equipped with fly-by-wire system, etc., and other aircraft requiring an aircraft type rating when defined as such by the agency. The agency may decide to classify it into Group 3, 2, or 4 as appropriate. Group number 2 is other than Group 1 and has 3 subgroups. Subgroup 2A, single turboprop engine aeroplane, or those turbojet and multi-turboprop aeroplanes classified by agency. Subgroup 2B, single turbine engine helicopter, and subgroup 2C, single piston engine helicopters. Group 3 is piston engine aeroplane other than those in Group 1. And finally we have Group 4, which is sailplane, powered sailplane, balloons, and airship other than those in Group 1. Here's a table of aircraft group and license categories. Go through it by pausing this video and taking screenshot. Now let us see privileges, basic knowledge requirement and practical experience requirements. The privileges means a task she can perform under that license categories. If I start explaining that, it will take more time. So in short, the name of license categories itself tells the privileges. But you go through YASA Part 66 to understand each and everything. The basic knowledge requirement is that the person must clear all module examination with suitable level of that particular category. Now let us see practical experience requirement. For category A, subcategory B1.2, B1.4 and category B3, 3 years of practical maintenance experience on operating aircraft is required if applicant has no previous technical training. 2 years of practical experience and completion of training considered equivalent by competent authority as a skilled worker in a technical trade. 1 year of practical experience is required if applicant has done basic training course. For category B2, subcategory B1.1 and B1.3, 5 years of practical experience is required if applicant has no previous technical training. 3 years of training as skilled worker. 2 years of practical experience is required if applicant has done basic training course from YASA 147 approved college. For category B2L, 3 years if you have no technical training, 2 years and 1 year respectively as skilled worker and done training course from college. For category L, 2 years of experience covering a representative cross-section of maintenance activities in corresponding subcategory. 1 year of practical experience with some limitations. For category C, with respect to complex motor-powered aircraft, you need 3 years of practical experience for category B2, subcategory B1.1 and B1.3, and 5 years of practical experience is required for subcategory B1.2 and B1.4. For category C other than complex aircraft, you need 3 years of practical experience for both category B1 and B2. Remember, the applicant must have 1 year of recent experience on that particular aircraft category during initial aircraft license endorsement. All experience shall have been gained within 10 years preceding the application for aircraft maintenance license or addition of category or subcategory. This is very important point. The validity of license is 5 years. Now let us see some procedures to become YASA approved AME. The first step is to take admission in YASA approved college. There is also another method. You can apply in YASA approved organization and then clear the respective categories modules. Then after passing out from college, you must gain practical experience, and if you have cleared all your modules and gain 1 year or 2 years of experience from YASA Part 145 approved organization or YASA M approved organization, you are actually eligible to become YASA approved aircraft maintenance engineer. Also remember, YASA license as mentioned earlier is valid throughout the world, that is with all the associated members and non-member states of the European Union. We have already made a video on YASA versus DGCA. You can check it out by clicking I button here or through the link in description. In our upcoming video, we will see the benefits you get as YASA approved AME and some drawbacks. Also, we will see YASA approved AME colleges in India, YASA approved AME salary in India, and similarly, we will see it in foreign popular countries such as Middle East, Europe and Southeast Asia. So stay tuned for more informative and interesting video. If you have any doubt, it will be cleared in upcoming videos, and feel free to ask one in comment section now. Don't forget to share this video to all our aviation friends, and if you found it informative, then please like and subscribe our channel. If you are still watching, then here is your bonus. Those who are working in field can actually give YASA modules, and if they are working in YASA Part 145 approved organization like GMR, Air India or such organization, then after clearing all modules, you can actually become YASA approved AME without doing any course. So it is an added advantage. That was all for today. See you in another video with another interesting topic. Till then, keep learning, keep watching, stay safe. Jai Hind.